This is All Indiana Politics.
Good Sunday morning. Welcome to another edition of All Indiana Politics. I'm Phil Sanchez. We're now less than 2 days away from the primary. Secretary of State Diego Morales says he's launching a new effort to keep the polls safe. He sat down with our government reporter, Garrett Berquist.
And joining us now is Secretary of State Diego Morales. Mr. Secretary, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Garrett. Thank you for the opportunity. It's good to be back.
So tell me about the preparations your office is making for the primary on Tuesday.
We're actually been busy registering eligible Hoosiers. We've been outside the Lucas Oil Stadium chasing folks with an iPad saying, are you registered to vote? We've been at festivals. We've been at fairs. In fact, we are going to be the proud sponsors of the great Indiana State Fair this year again. But in preparation for this Tuesday, May primary, we've been out there asking folks to please help us increase voter turnout and voter participation, because that's one of my goals. One of my goals is to increase voter turnout, voter participation, and we've been doing that. You know, I was walking the St. Patrick's Day parade just a few weeks back, and from the parade, I was asking folks on the route of the parade, are you registered to vote? And then, no, I'm not. Well, go to indianavoters.com. You can register there. It takes less than 2 minutes. We have a text, that we've been using. For example, if you're trying to figure out where is your polling location or any questions, you can just text us as well. So we've been preparing for this. We have materials, we have books. We've been working with our county clerks. In addition to that, I've been visiting with county sheriffs, county prosecutors, local elected officials, because when it comes to elections, it affects us all, so we need to be ready.
What kind of early turnout voting numbers are we seeing?
Well, it's up from previous years, but it all depends on Tuesday, because, a few people, some people are waiting to go on Tuesday to vote, and it will all determine on Tuesday, and then obviously we will know and we will have final numbers after Election Day.
The Brennan Center for Justice just released a new poll which shows that 38% of local election officials say that they have received threats or harassment or abuse. What is your office doing to protect them? I'm
proud to tell you that this session we worked very closely with the Indiana Clerks Association to pass Senate Bill 170, which will provide protection to our election officials, to our poll workers. In fact, I have some materials with me that I can show you that we actually sharing this not only with county clerks, but also with county prosecutors, sheriffs. We call it blow the whistle. If they see something, if they see any threats. Another threat that we're experiencing, well, I shouldn't say that we're seeing, Garrett, another threat that we've been seeing is our county clerks, they get a lot of mail in their office, and you never know what's, inside those envelopes. So what I've been doing this year, again, while you're crisscrossing all 92 counties within 3 months, I've been hand delivering, doses of Narcan to these county clerks. Because for me, the most important thing is the safety of our county clerks, our poll workers, and our election officials. There is no price tag for the safety of our election officials. So I've been going, we will be taking them, brochures and manuals, how to apply this. My hope is that they will never use that. What should voters do if they see something that they think isn't safe or else they believe violates election laws? To text IN 45995, a simple text, or to go to indianavoters.com, or they can call our office in the Secretary of State's office. For example, this Tuesday, it's a holiday for state government. My team and I, my communications team, my outreach team, and my election team, we will be out there. Most likely I'm gonna leave home around 4 a.m. We will be way before 6 a.m. already supervising, talking to our county clerks, making sure that the polls are open, and we will be working all day, all across the state, visiting as many polling locations, making sure that they have the tools that they need. But at the same time, we will be, working with Homeland Security. We will be working with other organizations to make sure that we are ready and prepared, because for me, the most important thing is that when the polls open at 6 a.m. and they close at 6 p.m., we will run smooth elections, and that every single Hoosier here in Indiana will have the opportunity to vote this Tuesday.
If voters cast a provisional ballot because they don't have a photo ID, how can they be sure that their vote will be counted?
Well, as you know, we have this law here in Indiana that you must show your ID, but there are so many other ways as well. You know, obviously, people have a passport, people have their military ID, people, you know, we're issuing free IDs here. We still have time. If any of our fellow Hoosiers is planning on going to vote on Tuesday, and if yet they don't have an ID, I encourage them to go to the B&B and to get a free ID. So we will be happy to assist in that regard as well. But if they come saying, oh, I forgot my ID, right, on election day, we will get a provisional ballot, and we will make sure that, you know, we will take the appropriate process to make sure that their vote was counted.
We have a number of county offices on the ballot as well. Why is it important to make sure you fill out your ballot entirely?
So let me take the opportunity to say this, that for some folks, sometimes they like to go to vote in the general election. I'm here to encourage my fellow Hoosiers, please come out and vote this primary. Primary elections is as important as general for the reasons that you said, because this primary, we will be electing who will be the governor's nominee from both sides of the aisle, to the Senate, down to the local level. So it is an important election, and we should not be taking for granted the right to vote.